Hello, I've been out weeding and I just finished. It's quite warm for a nice autumn day, lovely under the sun today. I thought I'd take you through a last minute season little garden tour, very small, just a quick update about what our garden's doing. We've been missing in action a little bit of late, but we've finished our woodshed. We've half filled it, and I'll give you a little couple of snippets of that. And our garden's coming towards the end of the season, but there's lots of beautiful dahlias still out, which I'm really pleased with. Anyway, just a little update, a little garden update, and I'll turn the camera around and you can have a quick look. So here's our woodshed completed. We've got it almost half filled with wood. We've had some cold days up until the last couple of days, which we've actually had our fire on, which is really lovely. But that's completed. It's working really well. Moving along to the rest of the yard, everything's got some really good colour at the moment. Every time I look at that arbor, I fall in love with it all over again, so I really appreciate that. So this bed here had some dahlias earlier in the season that struggled. There's still a few that's struggling, but I'm getting a few nice blooms, and I'll take you up to those in a moment. Lots of zinnias out. I'm just going to try and let them go to seed because I would love to collect the seed. Look at this beautiful dahlia. Love the pop of colour. And this Sugartown Sunrise is one of my favourites. I've actually really enjoyed the Cosmos this year. I got given the seed by Anita from Flower Folk Farm, and just as we're talking, we've got a lovely bumblebee just hanging around, collecting some nectar, but they've been really pretty, so I'm going to try and grow some more next year. So the ornamental vine's doing really well. This is its first year and it's sort of grown up to the middle, and then, so if I can get it in focus, sorry, and then across one band, so we'll train it up and around as we go. Isn't that divine? That's just one of my favourites. Absolute divine. Moving along, this garden bed's picked up a little bit. It needs a good weed. I finished weeding the front today, and that's a hard yakka because it's sort of steep, but this all needs a bit of a weed too, but that's okay, we'll get there. And these are all just pots. I didn't know what they were originally, but I'm pretty sure that the majority of them are the Atlantic Jewel. So I'll have lots of Atlantic Jewel tubers if anyone would like some. Look at that bumblebee, just loving life. Got lots of bees around at the moment. Got some more zinnias coming up. I planted late, but they're doing really well. This is a peach tree which originally earlier on in the season was dying, and all of a sudden it's put on new growth, so really happy with that. Gonna swing you around, hopefully not too fast, and go to the other side, which is mostly the dahlias, and the bees are out in force today. So some dahlias have just waited to the last minute to put on heaps of blooms. This one here, Florally Queen of Hearts, that's been a late starter, but really vibrant pink, which I love. One of my all-time favourites this year, and has been an absolute massive producer, is Edinburgh, which I'm really going to enjoy planting more of those next year. Lots of straggly stuff still. This is another one of my favourites. It's very small. I haven't, oh hello, sorry, little bee. I haven't picked any for vases because they're quite small, but I just love them. They're very sweet. Just that bi-colour petals, you can just see there. Really lovely. Lots of Satis still going well. And then I'll just quickly pop around this way. There's not a lot to look at. There's a few bits to look at. Lots of things are dying down now, producing seed pods, which is really lovely. I've called this one Wonky Red, just because every one that's come out has a little wonky petal. All these plants here and underneath the undercover area will go into the ground this year because they've just struggled in pots. Another one of my favourites this year is Little Peaches. So they are literally a little bit bigger than the size of my thumb, and I love the colour. I just love that colour. Beautiful. Look who's in there, just looking at me. Lots of things in pots still. Haven't done so well. One of my exciting things that I've never been able to grow and have grown this year, just in a pot, would you believe, is capsicums. And look at them. I've never grown a capsicum in my life. I think I've tried every year for about 5 years. Shove them in a pot, off they go. And I grew them from seed, so pretty happy with that. Around here, lots of colour. Apples are completed, so I'll get that will get re-wired this year. You hear the chooks in the background. Still got lots of tomatoes. This is our berry bush, but this year, as the berries were quite small, I've incorporated a lot of other things which I won't do next year to give the berries the best shot. There's a couple more dahlias up here, which I really love. Steve's Choice. Thanks to Ben from Suncarl Gardens for that tuber. And this one, which I think is called Purple Mystery. Must be like a mystery tuber, but that's been stunning. So the veggie garden's looking a little bit worse for wear. So we've got my tomatoes, which are just flopped over. Look at them. About this, I'm going to pick all the red ones probably today or tomorrow, and maybe just clean them out. We'll get them this week. But I've like those stakes have done nothing. So I've just let them flop over, and they've grown okay. I must get new stakes next year if I'm going to grow tomatoes. It's just been a little bit challenging. So they're just all literally flopped over on top of each other, which is fine. Basil's just about finished. I've got potatoes growing again from last year, just there. Some spring onions, some rhubarb, which is doing really well this year, and that's enough for us. Just that one crown's enough. Some leftover carrots and some leftover onions, and that's pretty much it. And a very, very, very noisy girls. What you doing? You trying to tell me something? I think I've got food. Anyway, that's my small update. That's just a small update on the garden. We're hoping in the next couple of months that there's going to be some fairly big changes in the backyard. Just because we want those pots out and in the garden, into the garden. So my job for the next couple of weeks is to clean the big long garden bed, probably maybe put 1 or 2 roses, but I've got peonies to put in. I want to make a separate bed just for those, which will be in the dog yard, which is, the dogs never really go outside. They're just basically couch dogs. They come out to wee, and that's about it. So they'll have a dedicated bed in there, and hopefully they'll be okay. Small update. Hope you're having a great day in this autumn day. A beautiful sun. Let's enjoy it, because soon enough it'll be raining, especially up here in South Gippsland. Take care, everyone. Bye bye for now.